when you watch that video, you're gonna see one of the most horrific, traumatic, brutal, unnecessary, unjustifiable, and unconstitutional excessive use of forces that we've seen in America. I mean, you just look at the video and the aggression of the police officer. You watch it with your own eyes. He turns his back. Cliff Jones and us looked at it over and over again. He punches him. Not just a push, but a punch once he turns his back. And then, and I know this is so hard for his whole family, especially his 18-year-old son Zion, who was there with him, who you will hear from today. Just the fact that he shot him once, he put his hand near his heart. He shot him a second time. And then Rajon put his hand near his shoulder and had come to a stop. And there was those moments where he was stopped completely. And so Attorney Schwab, Attorney Close, Attorney Newman, it is inexplicable why this officer felt that he had to then shoot him for a third time, a headshot. That you will see the video, he dropped straight to his knees, to the ground. It was so unnecessary to execute him with that headshot.
Just want to say he was a beautiful person and he loved everyone. From the moment I met him, he was the life of the party. He was everybody's friend and he cared about everybody. We just started out as good friends, but he was my best friend. Before we got married, he was my best friend. I got 1 year to be married to my best friend before he was taken away from me. And the last thing I thought was gonna happen here.
We with you. Yeah, this never gets easy. Never gets easy. Her daughter Valerie says her mother has been on an emotional roller coaster since this happened. And since we viewed that video, it's been sleepless nights for all of them. The video is hard to watch because it's so unnecessary. It does remind you of Sonya Massey. So unnecessary. Take your time.
He was a good dad. You know, he loved all his kids. He wanted me to go to trade school with him. You know, I was supposed to move in with him the day after everything happened. You know, he shouldn't have to lose his life. He shouldn't have to. We want justice.
No. Justice for Rajon.
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 Aurora PD issued a formal statement, and I found it funny because they said he was unarmed. There was a gun, he was unarmed, but in the video, he was sucker punched, that's what I call it. And he took a couple steps back, and I turned it off. I can't watch what's happening. And he was shot and killed, and right here, shot and killed. All these people were traumatized. His family, he was shot and killed in front of his child. All I can do is stand out here with my flag and my t-shirt. I don't know why Black lives don't matter. And I find it funny because I would not get on a plane with a pilot who hasn't been 100% qualified and certified. How do you have cops on the street? They could have shot him in his knee, they could have tasered him. There were options. But because he's melanated, he doesn't count. Black lives do matter.
Whoever this policeman was who did this, I hope you look yourself in the mirror and just look yourself really good and say, what kind of person am I? Because this is wrong.
We came here today to support our community and our slain brother. Even if you didn't know him, we came here as a community here because we can't tolerate this anymore. People have a law and an order and a system that is put in place and a training system they're supposed to follow. That officer did not follow his training. That's a point blank period. He got other ways to go about things, and this man did not deserve to die. That's why we're here. We're here to support our people.
Why does this keep happening, particularly in Aurora with black men?
It happens in Aurora because they don't respect us. They don't respect our people. They don't respect our ways of life. They don't respect our children. They want to sit here and be servants of our city and sit here and be justified to do the wrong things. Protocol says that you're supposed to use a use of force continuum, meaning if you feel endangered, that is the only time you're justified to do what you have to do. Until then, you take the actions before then to stop the situation, like mace, pepper spray, tasers, baton, and then use of deadly force if you need to. I'm licensed in the same degree. I refuse to join this community of people because they use their power against us. My people don't need to go through this anymore. This is why we're here. Our people are done crying. We're tired of silence. We need the support from our full community. It don't matter where you come from. But that's why I'm here, sir. I'm here to support our people. Power to the people.
Tell me about why you're here. Tell us why we're here and what's going through your mind right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So today we are, first and foremost, my name is Tion Foster. And today we are here because a black man was killed yesterday. A black man was killed in front of his family yesterday. That is not justified. It was started in a traffic stop and it ended in a premeditated murder, as I call it. It was premeditated murder in front of his son, as his son pleaded to not mess with his father. So today we are here in unity to stand up for something, to stand for a cause, because we would not sit down on our knees and we would not sit down on our butts and fall for anything. So today we are here to support the family, and today we are here to support him. Again, my name is Tion Foster, and I stand for a cause, and I stand for black unity, and I stand for a black man. I don't even know this man, but I am here today because he was a black man. I could not sleep last night when I seen the way that man was killed and hunted down by whatever you want to call it. I'll call it the KKK. I call it white supremacy. That's what I call it.
The Aurora Police Department needs to face up and acknowledge what it does, and it did, and it continues to do. For 5 years, 4 years now, the Aurora Police Department's been under a consent decree. The Attorney General said the Aurora Police Department engages in biased policing.
That part.
It stops black men and black people more than twice as often as anybody else.
That part.
They have a pattern and practice of using excessive force. And they use force against black men 5 times more than against anybody else. This is a police department with a deep culture.
That part.
A deep culture of racism.
I designed this t-shirt. On the back, it says, "I'm not a target, I'm black." Because being a black man in this community, it's a lot going on. You know, I fear every day going out the house. If I'm going to grab my kids a Happy Meal, that daddy might not be able to make it home. So as you can see, we came out to support because we're tired of it. Yesterday was 6 years from the Elijah McClain scenario. Here in this city, Same police department, just up the street. The officer that did this, as soon as it happened, couldn't take accountability and fled, just like the city of Aurora. There's no accountability, there's no justice, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to speak up and be heard, and at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know. I didn't know the young man that whose life was taken, but we are the same skin tone. You know, we share a lot of the same attributes. We have kids. I'm here to support, man, and at the end of the day, like I said, we're here to support, brother. That's it.
I have a question for Mari. Brother Jeff, 5 Points News, Brother Jeff Network. There was a press conference by the police chief, and he was talking about the facts, and he kept saying the facts. And one of the comments that struck me was he said that striking or hitting was a means of de-escalation. Is that somewhere in a handbook, a policy, the legislature, or whatever, striking Rajon as a means of de-escalation? Can you answer that?
Let me have Marty and Milo answer this, because this sounds like a question specific to Aurora. And then we'll talk about it on the national level.
Sure.
Marty.
Brother Jeff, thank you for the question, and thank you for your relentless reporting on what's been happening here in Aurora and in Colorado in general. You've been at the forefront of all of that, and we thank you. You are absolutely right. In what universe is striking somebody de-escalation? We're talking about, thank you so much. Brother Jeff, you're exactly right. This is, in what universe is striking somebody a form of de-escalation? Of course, it was not de-escalation when the officer struck Rajon. It was exactly the opposite. In fact, what we should have seen is a non-lethal response. He could have very easily, in that moment, taken him into custody without hurting him. And let's talk about Aurora's police department. Those of us who live here in the community know this is the very same police department that was able to take the white Aurora theater shooting perpetrator into custody. This was a man who was well armed, who had gunned down countless innocent civilians, and yet the Aurora Police Department somehow found it in their power to take down this white man, take him into custody alive, no problem whatsoever. But what we see over and over again here in Aurora is that when it's a black man, unarmed, they go immediately to lethal force and execute him. And that's exactly what you all will see when you have an opportunity to watch that video. And it's not going to be surprising to you, because this is the very same police department that covers up time and time again. This is the same police department that did not just murder Elijah McClain, an unarmed black man, but then police officers went to the scene, reenacted the murder, took pictures, and thought it was hilarious. This is a police department that calls people porch monkeys. This is a police department, if they think hitting somebody is de-escalation, we need to tell them that is just not going to be tolerated.
Right. Thank you so much, Attorney Newman. Man, so much to say and so much you can unpack there, but when you think about the video, when you see it, I mean, the punch. You'll see the video, the punch. I mean, the person turns their back to you and you, I mean, cold cock.
See, we're gathered for yet another tragedy. What are your thoughts? What's going through your mind?
Man, it's like we out here again. It's War One's dealing with another tragedy, whether it be a black man gunned down by the police or a young lady getting gunned down at Hoffman Park not too far from here. There's too much going on in War One. We need more support. We need more resources out here in War One. So whatever the city has in mind, let's bring it so we can get this done, because I can't take no more. This is my ward. I live in this ward. I'm an elected official in this ward. This is unacceptable.
What's happening? Because there's a lot of tension out here.
What's happening is people is tired. People is tired. Like, look at this. Another brother just gunned down in the street. Killed him in front of his son. And if anybody watching this, y'all get a piece of this, man, look what you're looking at. We, brother, ain't the enemy. Anything we got between brothers, black men, we gonna have to set that shit aside because there's a bigger obstacle in front of us, always has been. And until we get these police up off our ass, we ain't gonna never be able to do nothing for ourselves.
We are here to say, we're not gonna let you sweep this under the rug. We're not gonna let you act as if Brother Rajon's life didn't matter. He was a husband. He was a father. He was a man trying to take care of his children. And we're not going to let you say that no big deal, because it is a big deal. And I know many times today they try to act like these extrajudicial killings of unarmed black people. And I know Attorney Schwab tells me that it seems to be a pattern here in Aurora, Colorado. But these extrajudicial killings of unarmed black people is never going to be okay with us. It's always going to be a big deal with us. I don't care how the chief try to sanitize that execution. You can't sanitize this. You can't give us no narrative to say, just accept my word. We see the video for ourselves, and we know, just like other videos we've seen, once you see it, you know in your soul that it was unjustified. And so, sisters and brothers, I'm so grateful to all the community leaders. I'm so grateful to Reverend Porter and the Ministerial Alliance here in Aurora and opening up this cathedral, New Nation, to show Aurora, to show Colorado, to show America that we're going to stand for justice. We're going to raise the justice baton for our brother Rajon. Raise the justice baton for our brother Rajon. We're going to raise the justice baton for our brother Rajon. Just like we did for George Floyd in Minneapolis, just like we did for Breonna Taylor in Louisville, Kentucky, just like we did for Alton Sterling in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, just like we did for Walter Scott in Charleston, South Carolina, just like we did for Eric Gardner in Staten Island, New York, just like we did for Sandra Bland in Houston, Texas, just like we did for Stephon Clark in Sacramento, California, and just like we did for Sonia Massey in Chicago, Illinois, and there's so many of them, and just like we did for Elijah McClain here in Aurora, Colorado. We're going to raise the justice baton for our brother Rajon, because we want his wife and his children to know that they are not alone in this quest for justice.